All right, positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a great day. I had somebody say make it under 2 hours. I really can't control how long we talk. We just talk until we don't talk. So I don't really schedule my lives. If I do a live and the conversation changes and it's interesting, we just roll with it. Also, people are constantly coming in and out, and so new people come, and so the lives could be super long. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Uh, Rep your city. I'm representing Chirac, and here we go. Yeah. So rep your city before we get started. Rep your city. My audience has a tendency to ask me questions. We don't start a new live, we just talk about something else. Sometime when they're over, I'll decide if I'm going to keep it or if I'm just going to edit it down to the subject matter. It all depends. Sometime I'll just download it, edit it down to the subject matter, download it, and put the full conversation on Patreon. Make sure you join the Patreon and you'll be able to see the full conversations. So let's see what's going on. We got Wichita in the building. What else we got? Who else we got in the building? We got Pittsburgh in the building. We got Atlanta in the building. We got Fresno in the building. We got London in the house. Salute to all my brethren in London. I got a lot of viewers in London. We got Quakertown in the building. Oh boy, here we go. We got the DMV in the building. Represent, represent, represent. So, can I blame my co-defendant for a crime if they're already unalived or passed away? That is the Chicago question of the day. This was sparked by one of the guys that I watch all the time, CSP Clips. What up, CSP Clips? I watch them a lot. One of the young guns, one of the young brethren, one of the young Chicago superstars. I watch the young brothers. I watch the young brothers a lot. And so this the younger generation that I'll be watching. So yeah, go subscribe to my brother CSP Clips. Tell him Pharaoh sent you over there. He's a young brethren. You know what I'm saying? It's the young brethren, you know? So we're going to talk about y'all. Come on in now. This is a conversation from a conversation. CSP Clips was talking about a conversation between King AK-47 and Tay Savage. Okay? So they were having a conversation and he was giving his take on the conversation. Okay? So that's where this comes from. I was watching it and I think I'm not sure if the show was over and I was watching a rerun, but I was kind of going crazy because I wanted to speak on it, but it was a little late. Yeah, it was a little late, so I wasn't able to speak on it. Much respect to Tay Savage doing his thing. Yeah. Shout out to Tay Savage. Looking forward to some new music from Tay Savage. Really a good rapper. I hope he really sticks with it. Keep dropping bombs. Extremely talented. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So that's what they were talking about. That if me and you go do some crime, they eventually catch up with me. They bring me in. You passed away. Can I blame it on you? Now, King AK-47 said no. Shout out to King. Shout out to King AK. King AK-47 said, take your ass to prison. That's what King AK-47 said. Go your ass to prison. Tay Savage would say, no, blame it on the person that's passed away. I wanted to comment, but I think I was watching a rerun, so I didn't want to type in it. I would have commented if I could have went in the live in the chat, but I got a lot to say about this. There was a lot of confusion about it. There's a lot of confusion about this. King AK-47 said you're never supposed to cooperate with the police. That's what King AK-47 said. He said if you talk to the police, you're working with the police. That's what he says. He says you're working with the police in an investigation that's against the street rules. Now, that's what he said. What y'all say? Let me see what the chat say. I don't want to say nothing. Let's see what the chat say first. What y'all think? Me and my boy, Big Rock, we do a crime, we pop up, we unalive somebody. They grab, well, I don't want to say Rock. Let me make up a guy. Me and Teddy O. Me and Teddy O. Me and Teddy O. We go, we spray somebody up. They pass away. Police do an investigation. About 2 months later, Teddy O passes away. About another 2 months after that, they get some information leading to me and Teddy O being in the video and all of that. They come and they grab me. Am I breaking street code by blaming it on Teddy O, even though he's passed away? Let me know in the chat. And I'm going to break it down. And much respect to King AK-47 and much respect to Tay Savage. Based on the street code. Whether it exists is irrelevant, but based on the street code. Based on the street code, what you think? It says possibly because the case file will show your name as having helped solve and close the case. He says as long as you don't implicate anyone who can go to jail for the crime, oh well. But some of Teddy O people might look at it funny. You're supposed to keep your mouth shut and let law enforcement figure it out. What if law enforcement decide I did it? It was me and Teddy O and they're going to put it on me. Should I go to prison? If I can go to prison, should I go to prison? And if I could blame it on Teddy O, not go to prison, which one would you do? Would you go to prison? Or would you blame it on Teddy O and not go to prison? Well, which would you do, Elton? Let's say you're looking at a life sentence. You're going to do 50 years at least. Would you do the 50? Or would you blame it on Teddy O? Elton, you is something else. He said a 50. Teddy O did it. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. He flipped. He figured that out real quick. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you the facts. We might not be okay with telling or whatever like that. I can honestly say I'm not gonna never die. I'm gonna live forever, but I can honestly say whether we made an arrangement or not, if me and somebody unalive somebody together, uh, and I was gone, I had passed away, and they say I did it, I can honestly say I wouldn't care. I can, I can honestly say I wouldn't care. I can honestly say I wouldn't even know. I can say that. I can say I don't think if I'm not here, I don't think it would bother me much. But that's another story. I don't think it would. I don't think it would bother me one bit. Not if I'm not here. Yeah, I don't see how I would have a problem with it. Now, if I can figure out how, now if I got my guys, should they be like, man, he blamed it on Pharaoh, man, he breaking the rules, man. Yeah. And so King AK-47 say you're not supposed to be cooperating with the police. What the rest of y'all think? Because I'm going to give the ultimate real gangster answer to this gangster question. I've seen it taken to the extreme where people point where people act like you can't even defend yourself at trial, like you're supposed to blow trial and take whatever happens. Here's $1 million question. Can the people, the person, be around after that trust him? I can honestly say that if you blamed your crime on somebody that was dead, that wouldn't affect me trusting you. Why? You didn't break anybody's trust. He's dead. But I guess, I mean, I wouldn't trust you if you snake somebody, but how could you snake a dead man? I just said. I wouldn't consider you snaked anybody. That's the only reason I wouldn't trust you if you snaked, but he's gone. So, what they were saying, what King AK-47 was saying is that you're not supposed to work with the police. You're not supposed to cooperate in an investigation. Now, from my point of view, how can I be working with the police when there's nothing to work with? There's nothing to work with. Also, I've been a little bit of a criminal. If Teddy passed away and I say Teddy did it, they will not charge Teddy with the crime. And they can't charge me with the crime. They can't charge Teddy because Teddy's gone and they cannot prove Teddy did it. So it would basically just be a closed case. Because some I see people saying they cannot charge Teddy. Teddy's unalive. Teddy's unalive. They cannot charge Teddy without arresting Teddy and charging him. These are facts. And once there's any doubt, the case gets thrown out. They can't prove I told the truth, and they can't charge Teddy, and they would still have to interview Teddy. So if me and you do a crime and you alive and I tell on you, they got to arrest you, but they still got to prove you did it. They can't just go by what I said. And you still got to have a trial. And then I got to come to trial with you in the trial and said he did it. And without a trial, the idea they're going to charge Teddy, if you said that to me, I would think, you ain't no gangster. Like, you ain't been to court. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you're not a gangster, or you're slow. You ain't been on the stand. They cannot charge Teddy with nothing. What you've done is you've ruined the evidence. You made the case worthless, basically. They would have to go and try to find another angle to find somebody guilty. They would have to go back to the drawing board with the investigation. They would not be able to take my word on a man not here and charge him. They would not be able to charge Teddy. So it tripped me out how people were acting like, King AK-47. Come on, bro. Teddy could not be charged. Now, King AK-47 would say, I'm cooperating with the police. I cannot cooperate with the police if there's nothing to cooperate with. I'm basically telling the police there is nothing to cooperate with. And if I did the unaliving, I'm definitely not cooperating. I'm lying. No, I'm just saying, I'm just showing him if he watched this that he has it wrong. Because he's saying you're cooperating with the police. You're never cooperating with the police when you're lying. Lying is not cooperating. Cooperating is telling the truth. Let's start there. Cooperating is telling the truth. If you're lying, I've never known lying to be considered cooperating. Also, if the person you're blaming doesn't exist, he will not be found guilty. The case will just be closed. Unless they can go and figure out how to blame it on me, which is what the police would do. The police would try to go back to the drawing board and figure out if they could blame it on the person alive. Because if allegedly the testimony is the person that's not alive did it, the case is closed because they can't prove that. Case is closed. My testimony cannot find a dead man guilty. And I'd like to see a King AK-47 show me that legally. That can't happen. And if they can't blame me, the police call that a dead end. That's what they'll call it, a dead end. It's a dead end. So people are mad because they thinking that the case is going to be put on the man that's dead. No, it will not. No. They cannot take the testimony of the man alive and put a case on the man that's dead because the man that's dead can't defend himself. The man that's dead can't get his day in court. And they cannot find you guilty if you don't get your day in court. And you're not cooperating if you're lying. And that's not cooperating. That's bullshitting, but it's not cooperating. That's not cooperating in an investigation. It ain't no point in doing what? Yes, there's a point in doing it because you're arrested because they're trying to figure out if they can blame you. So there's very much a point in doing it to get that heat off of you. Because they can lock your ass up. So there's definitely a point in doing it. If it's me and you, King Hazy, and I'm not there and you there, they will try to lock you up. So there is a point of you not getting locked up. And there's a big point in you trying not to get locked up. A big, yeah. The point is you not getting locked up. Yeah, it's a big point in you not getting locked up. That's a fact. It's a big point in them not take you to court and say you did it. He didn't do it anyway. You did it, which they will do. Listen, they will put that on you. If you don't figure no way to wiggle from under that, you're going to prison. And that's a fact. If they know me and you was there, and one of us passed away, they will absolutely try to put it on the person alive. Absolutely. Listen, y'all be dealing with the police. If my co-defendant passed away and they got evidence that we was both dead, they will put that case on me. No, they can't necessarily take us both depending on what lie I tell. Because if me and you in the car and you shoot somebody, they ain't got nothing to do with that. Because you could be in the car with me, driving down the street, and I see somebody, hey, there you go right there and shooting. You just sitting there. You wasn't going with me to do no shooting. They can't charge you for that. They can't charge you because somebody that you was with shot somebody. No, they can't. Because they can't prove you knew it was going to happen. I'm trying to tell them the man that's gone would definitely want you to blame him. Hey, see, you've been outside. You've been outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking people ain't been outside. They don't know if it's me and you and I'm gone, what I want you to do. Do I want you to go to prison? No, I'm going to want you to say, I did it. We criminals. I absolutely want you to say I did it. You know, they ain't outside street media TV. So I'm trying to really show them outside. The co-defendant definitely wants you to blame them. Definitely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They want you to get away. And so what about the family? Okay, let's say it's my son, and you blame my son, he gone. You was my son's friend. Excellent. What is he gonna do to my son? Nothing. What, he not gonna be able to get a job? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking about. I know they're not. They're not gangsters like that. You know. Neither are you and I. We're not. We're not gangsters. We ain't street media. Or we ain't in the streets. We ain't never been in the streets. We don't know nothing about the streets. Oh boy. Because you can't be in the streets unless you lie really good. You got to be a great liar. If you're not a great liar, stay on the sidewalk because we lie like a rug. The truth ain't in us. You know, we in the streets. Oh my God. Oh boy. And so I was tripping street media TV because I wanted to say something so bad, but it was a replay, I think. So I couldn't. I said, wait a minute. What do you mean? What is AK-47 saying? You're not supposed to cooperate with the police. That's not cooperating. You're not supposed to cooperate in an investigation. Bro, what investigation? He passed away. I'm not cooperating in an investigation. I'm ending the investigation. I would think I'm ending the investigation. I'm not cooperating with the investigation. I'm ending the investigation. The investigation's over. I said he did it. Now you can't prove he did or didn't. Case closed. I'm the only witness. I said he did it. I seen it. Case closed. Because now there's probable cause and all of this. Because you got to be found guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. And what I have did is create reasonable doubt. And once you create any reasonable doubt, case closed. That's not cooperating. That's creating reasonable doubt. They sure will. They sure will. The police will blame you. They sure will. And even if your co-defendant did it, if you don't say they did it, you going to prison. Would you tell them? Would you tell them? Even if you didn't do it. See, they ain't talking about that part. Even if you didn't do it, they will lock you up and throw the key away. They don't know, do they? They ain't thought about that the other way around. Even if my co-defendant did it, they gonna try to put it on me. They don't know about that part. So what King AK-47 don't know, if he was with that person, they gonna try to put it on him. And he's only got one way to get out of it, is to say the other person did. That's the only way he getting out of that. Because they gonna come with a bunch of make-believe stuff. No, they'll say you shot him. Not no conspirator. Mm-mm. No, G-Rock. They're going to say you did it. Not no conspiracy, nothing. They're going to say you did it. Period. See, a lot of y'all think y'all think that it's one way. Like when you go to court with the police now, I hope y'all think this is not fair and square. It's not fair. It's not fair and square. The police are not going to tell the truth. The police don't tell the truth. The police tell whatever to win the case. Boy, they will lie on you and say you shot him. Straight with a straight face. And lock you up and throw the goddamn key away, especially if you got a jury. The jury say, yeah, I believe you did it. If you got a jury, if you ain't got a bench trial, if you got a jury and you don't speak up and you don't put it on that person, your ass is finished. Because all they know is they need a win. They need another case under their belt. That's how they get promotions. And that's how they move up. So all that going in there, and I ain't going to say nothing, you going to prison too, though. You going to prison. Or you rolling the dice to go to prison. You might not, but you might. Whereas if you said he did it, you ain't going. So which one you going to do? You going to gamble and say nothing and roll the dice with a life sentence? Yeah, all right. Whereas me, I'll be like, I was in there, he pulled a gun out. I couldn't believe he did it. Oh man, it was horrifying. Oh yeah, it was horrifying. I couldn't believe he did that. And he didn't even tell me. Like, why would you do that when I'm in the car? Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. He's gonna be the worstest person ever in the whole history of anything. They said, well, what if the shoe was on the other foot? I'd be in heaven eating popcorn. Oh, Jimmy is wrong. He begged me not to do it. That's my nigga right there. Tell him, nigga. I'll be like, that's my nigga. Boy, he started crying. Boy, that nigga cold. That nigga cold. Damn well he shot dude. Boy, that's my nigga, boy. One thing about Johnny, he can lie. I even almost believe him, and I was there. That's my nigga, boy. When they say not guilty, I'm be like, yes, I be in heaven like, yeah, that's my nigga, or hell somewhere. But that's my nigga. Fuck the police. You know what I'm saying? If you're a criminal. Yeah, that they don't understand. They don't understand. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been on that stand. I was on that stand waiting. I was sitting out there now. I'm sitting in the audience with my daddy. They ain't been there. Looking at 8 to 30. Trial is over. It's time for the verdict. Boy, they ain't been there. Time for the verdict. I'm sitting there. This is it. This is not no video game. My wife is at home. They might hold me right there. They might not even let me go back home. Scared I'm going to flee. So this is it. I might have left home. This might have been the last time I seen my wife up close. The last time I be home with my kids. The judge could say 25, 20, 30. He can max me out 30. They don't know. They don't know. They ain't been there. You, you sick. You got this weird feeling. Every time you go to court, I can't describe what it is. But when you go to court, you got this weird feeling. It's not an upset stomach. It's just some kind of I don't know. It's probably nerves, but it's a crazy feeling. It's a feeling you cannot describe. You can't describe it. And you start having it the night before you go. And it's so strong that when you go home and you still got it, it don't go away till probably later that evening or when you go to bed and wake up. That feeling. Would you tell them street media TV? It's a feeling. Queasy, no, it's like, I can't tell you what it is. It's not queasy because queasy is in the stomach. It's not in your stomach, it's in your body. It's undescribable feeling. I can't think of nothing like it to compare it to. It's not queasy. It's a feeling. It's a sickness. You feel a certain. It's like being sick, but it's not like being sick. It's not like no sickness. It's not like no upset stomach. It's not like nauseous or nothing. It's its own feeling. I don't think that feeling got a description. To be honest with you, I don't think it's got a description. I don't know what to call it. And there's light in there. It's not heavy. It's real light inside your body. It's I don't know. And when you get to continuance, and then you go home, then eventually it go away. And then say you got to go back like a month from that on a Tuesday. When you wake up, it started coming. By the time you get to the courthouse, it's there. I don't know what the hell to call it. But it do not go away when you leave the courthouse. Man, that is the creepiest. I don't know what to call it though. It ain't. It's your nerves, but you're not nervous. It's you know what I'm talking about, street media? It's not nervous. It's like a sick. It's like you sick. But it's not really describable. You sick, but you can't point where it's at. Your stomach's not upset. Your chest ain't upset, but you don't feel right. Your whole, all of this where it be at too. All of this don't feel right. It's a weird feeling, man. It's a weird feeling. And it's light. It's not strong either. It's not strong like, no, it's light. It's under there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's light and it's just there. Boy, that's messed up, boy, I'm telling you. And like if you fighting a serious case, then you got to deal with that every month. Because sometimes a serious case, you be fighting it a year, 9 months. Because you getting continuances and different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that's one of the worst feelings ever. I'm telling you, man, that's the man. Listen, boy, that's a feeling right there. And when you go for the sentencing, Jesus Christ. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Pennsylvania ain't no joke. No, none. And the crazy thing is, with your crime, you know what you're facing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm facing 8 to 40, period. And I can get anywhere in there. Man, listen. Ooh, that's some. And when how they show in the courtroom, they say like not guilty, and they show people like, it don't always be like that. It was like not guilty, and you still be in that same trance. That trance do not just go no away like that. It just don't go. You just don't feel back normal. Like, all right, man, that stuff be in your soul, man. And you don't just feel normal like that. You don't feel no big sigh and all that. You still be in a daze. Man, when they say not guilty, your ass still be in a daze. You be like this. Like your feelings is all messed up. Like your whole you just you don't function normal or nothing. Is not it's undescribable. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I was not like yes and It's so much pressure that when it's over, it's not like the pressure just go away. Hell no. It's so much probably stress and stuff that it got to ease out. Because even when I got back home to my queen and stuff, I wasn't excited and all of that. I was still lethargic. I ain't gonna lie. You kind of mentally know that you beat it, but physically you be messed up. But your physical don't fix back like that. All that stress or whatever. That don't just no hell no. Mm-mm. I can't speak for everybody, but you don't wake up the next day all happy and all that. No. You wake up, your whole vibe is like, I ain't never going back through that no more. That be your vibe. Your vibe be like, I can't do that. I'm not doing that no more. That be your vibe. Like your vibe is like, all right, hey, I'm not doing that. I can't. This close. All you be thinking about is how close you came. Does that make sense, Street Media TV? You don't think about you don't think about how much you beat it. You think about how close you came. Like that was almost my ass. That's the best I'm telling you. You do not get over how close you came. And that sticks with you for some years. That sticks with all the rest of your decisions from that point on. Boy, you never forget. Boy, I was almost gone. That's the best way to describe it. That's how I was. I was like, man, man, you sitting there waiting on that judge to get that because I had a bench trial. Because if I would have had a jury, they probably would have found me guilty. Because all it takes is haters. I'd rather deal with one person. I don't want to deal with a bunch of weirdos over there. One thing about a judge, crimes ain't so traumatic to a judge because he hear crimes all the time. Citizens, crimes, when they hear crimes, it's a big, big deal. So a judge it's not as big a deal. So, and a judge really go by everything said. A jury might not go by everything. A jury might not remember the mistakes the prosecution made. The judge remember everything. What's going on, Queen? That's another thing. A judge is so good at law that if there's mistakes, the judge catch all the mistakes from the prosecution. A jury might not. A jury gonna focus more on you than on the prosecution. For real shit. Putting your life in the hands of a jury, you putting your life in the hands of unprofessional people when it comes to the law. They not professionals. So a lot of mistakes and lies that the prosecution saying the jury ain't gonna catch all that. The judge is. The judge catching everything because the judge is the next level after a lawyer. He's beyond a lawyer. And that experience, if you come close to getting that much time, it's something that never that don't never leave you. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have still been locked up. I was like, what? 39? So if they just give me 30, right? 40, 50, 60, 70, I might have just been getting out all this damn time. I've been out there. I would have been locked up. Which is a whole nother traumatic experience. I'm telling them what I got to go through in there. Because when you're in jail and prison, you in hater central. You ain't never seen that many haters in your life. You're in the real snake pit. You think it's something to be dealing with snakes on YouTube or snakes in business or snakes at your job. Go to the county jail or prison with snakes that you can't get away from, that you got to see every day. You got to be in there when they got a bad day. So you got to be in there with some brutal dudes that had a bad day and they just want to hurt anybody. Ain't nobody got to tell you to work out in there. I bet you that. If you have a hard time working out, I bet you won't in there. I bet you're going to be on them pull-ups. You're going to be on them push-ups. You're going to be on them squats. You're going to be on them sit-ups in there. It's like a warrior zone. Like, yeah, real warrior. Like, for real. Like gladiator, like in the movies. A real talk. You can't never relax. Even if you cool with everybody. Because you in there with snakes. Like, you in there with some of the worst people. The worst of the worst. And they keep bringing in new people. So ain't no get familiar. Dudes go home and dudes come in. And these new dudes that come in, you don't know them. Heck yes, the thunder. It's messed up. But I just wanted to speak on that because it don't make no sense. People say you don't tell on the ones that, yeah, you blame it on them. You blame it on the ones that's on the line. Most people think they're gonna get the charge. You can't get the charge. They can't be charged. They gotta testify to be charged. Even if they got overwhelming evidence, you still have to be able to defend yourself. They cannot charge you if you don't get the opportunity to defend yourself. Period. They can't just charge somebody unalive for nothing. I think some people think they can. No, they can't. Because they got a right to a trial and they're not here for a trial. So it's over with. It's, they don't got no case. If they did, all them people that was mixed up with Suge Knight and them and all them bloods that got unalive, they would all be charged right now. They got major charges, but they got unalive. What, Baby Lane? Ain't Baby Lane gone? All right, his ass would be grass for the Tupac situation. Yeah, yeah, he'd be grass. He'd be right in there right now with the other brother, for sure. With the one that talked too much. He'd be right in there for sure. Because ain't no statute of limitation for no M. What's his name? Orlando. Orlando Anderson, I think his name. Not Baby. Well, is that Baby Line? I'm not sure. He if he wasn't gone, yeah. And so if you blame it on somebody that's not here, all you did was close the case. You are not helping with no investigation because there's nobody to investigate. So the idea you helping with a police investigation is ridiculous. There's nobody to investigate. Not really. And lying and spinning the police is not cooperating with the authorities. Cooperating is to tell them the whole truth and everything. That's cooperating. But to spin them, I don't know how spinning the police is considered cooperating. That don't make too much sense. I thought cooperating mean cooperating, like telling what happened. I never knew lying was cooperating. I always thought lying was just lying. So I said, anybody got any questions? Pretty much, yeah. They're not gonna do that. And criminals, they want you to get out if they're not here. There's not no criminals that would care if you. There's nobody criminals that was unalive that would care. The only way they was care if it was some kind of way you said something where their family could be sued and the money could be taken from the family. But the family can't be sued for my crimes. They can't be sued for nothing I did. How? So as long as my queen's smart enough to have her own bank account and not be keeping money in my bank account, they can't do nothing to that money. It's not even her money. It's not even my money. Now they could probably go after my money. and say, unlawful, you caused it. But then again, they can't do that because they can't prove I did it if I'm not here. So they can't prove it. I would have already had to been found guilty before I passed away. But if I wasn't found guilty before I passed away, that's gone. That's over with. There ain't no case. That case is gone. Once the person passed away, that case is over with. That case is done. They have to be alive to be found guilty. They cannot be found guilty if they ain't alive. And hopefully they don't make that possible. That'd be the dumbest thing ever. But if your co-defendant not here, you definitely supposed to blame the co-defendant. Now they say, what if the co-defendant did something to my family and you blame the co-defendant and then they go do something to the co-defendant's family? Real criminals is not going to go and do nothing to the family because real criminals already know that might be a bunch of goddamn lies. Ain't no criminals going go do something to your family member without no real proof that something happened. Yeah, Woody spun them, but the thing about the Young Thug case, where they mess up, they had too many people. Anytime you got so many people that they can't fit in the court, and you're trying to do all of this thorough. By the time they by the time they got done way early, everybody was sick of it. I don't know what made that DA thought that they could bring that many people on the stand in a state case like that. That was the dumbest shit ever. Basically, the DA blew that case and tried to be efficient. And you got 1,000 people on the case, and you're gonna bring in 100 people, 100 experts on each person. You know what I'm saying? Later, you're gonna bring in 100 people on 1,000 people. Lady, y'all remember it got ridiculous. It's like, lady, how long you gonna interview? Like, babe, this not gonna work. That was so stupid. She just had too many. And then the questions she was asking, a lot of them wasn't even relevant right away. It was overload. Yeah, it's like, lady, did you really thought you could bring all of these witnesses and all of these people charged for a crime and just have a year and a half court, babe? Are you crazy, lady? Lady, is you crazy? The judge got fired, all kind of shit happened. That's the first time I seen the judge get fired. I said, damn. Ruined his career. The chubby black dude, messed him all the way up. Yeah, I said, I can't believe that lady's still working. They should have chased her out of Georgia. Man, that lady ain't supposed to have no job. She ain't supposed to have no job. Not with that, what she did. She threw a lot of money away. Then they had courtroom TV in there, and the stupid courtroom TV people showed the witnesses one time. And put the camera's supposed to stay this way. Let the camera go over. I said, what kind of y'all remember when the camera man shot the wrong people and it was on TV? Unbelievable. They was like, wait a minute, one of the witnesses was on TV. They're like, what? It was a mess. That trial brought Atlanta down to a bootleg city. It really damaged Atlanta as far as being a professional city. Atlanta lost all their prestige, all their respect. They looked, the city of Atlanta just looked like trash. They never, they not going to bounce back for that for some years. They looked so bootleg and unprofessional. It was unbelievable. That really damaged that city. It just looked, when it was done, it looked like a city full of unprofessional people and snitches. They started calling it Rat Atlanta. That did so much damage to the city because it was like on TV too. Y'all, this unprofessional. God damn, what is this? Oh, this ain't no real big city. That's what it looked like. Like, oh, this ain't no real big city. This city bootleg. For real. It's like, oh, Atlanta bootleg. The judge was bootleg. The prosecutor was bootleg. The only one looked professional was the white dude that was defending Young Thug. The rest of them defense attorneys bootleg. Remember the hippie looking one with the long hair? I was like, dude, remember when I had the bald head with the long hair in the back? That lawyer, he looked bootleg. I mean, I said, who is these losers? What is these people? Remember the one lady, she was a lawyer. She said, I can't come back. Somebody got to take over the case. That one lady, she couldn't come back. They had one lawyer say, I can't come back. What? It was too long for the lawyers to even come all the time. The lawyer's like, I got other cases. I can't do this. I can't come in here for no 2 years. What is y'all thinking? And I got babies and stuff. I mean, my interpretation of Atlanta, it was like, oh, Atlanta's bootleg. And they some snitches. It was a bad look. Young Thug was all swole up, looked like he was a diabetic. It was horrible. They should have let the feds do it. Yeah. Oh, they made a name for themselves. The name is bootleg. They should have let the feds handle it. Because the feds wouldn't have grabbed him. The feds would have sat on that. The feds would have let them hang themselves. The feds wouldn't have stopped Thug. The feds would have said, no, let him keep going. They would have let them do some more crimes. See, the feds let you hang yourself. The feds is not going to stop you from doing crimes. Ain't no way. The feds finna let you go ahead. Go ahead. That's the difference with the feds. Because look how they doing Dr. Umar. That's the feds. That's the feds on Umar. There's a state of been to grab him. The fact they letting Umar keep scamming like that allegedly, that's the feds. The feds on Umar. Because there's definitely a case he done took all that money he can't account it for. It's only one level of law enforcement that would leave Umar out here this long, and that's the feds. And he talking a whole bunch of black power stuff. And so the white feds, they're like, all right, Mr. Black Power, all right. When they come for him, boy, it's gonna be ugly. They coming. I know the feds on him. Because you can't keep collecting that money and keep having them PayPal accounts and cash apps and bank accounts and you ain't accounting for that money and you ain't paying no taxes on that money and stuff year. Man, what they did was it got to a point where Umar knew he was supposed to get investigated and he didn't. So now he feel like, oh, they ain't never coming. That's what he think. They playing him like a yo-yo. Because right now he thinking, well, they ain't carrying this line. I just keep collecting money then. They're like, yeah, keep collecting it. And when they come grab him, he ain't never getting out. He ain't getting out. He doing at least 30, 25, 30 straight. Mm-hmm. They too quiet. Y'all don't think the Fed, y'all think he could keep taking that money and don't account it for it and all that with the Feds? Ain't nothing to talk about. He ain't got nothing to talk about. They locking him up. He don't know nothing. The only reason they can't, they don't want him to do 15. They don't want him to do 10. They want him to do like 30, 40. That's why I brought him up. Like the feds will let you stack your years up. They can grab you here, you can do 10. They can let you keep going, you can do 20, you can do 30, you can do 40. They letting him stack it up. They'll make sure he don't get out. Because ain't nothing he can tell. He don't know nothing. He just slow. He's stupid. You can't, man. People need to read that. People need to read that fine line with that Cash App and that PayPal and that Venmo and all that. Man, people better. And with that paperwork for non-for-profit, man, he better read that shit close. Man, when you file for a non-for-profit, boy, you better read it real close. Obviously, he ain't read it. Because he ain't got no type of logs for none of that money. He don't got no paperwork for no money. Like he don't have no business account for that money, no log. Like when you got a non for profit, you have to log, that. He don't got none of that. He just out there freestyling. And they set him up because they shut down his accounts and then they let him open up other ones. They shut down his bank accounts, they shut down his cash apps, then he just go get another. They shut down his PayPal, he just go get a different one. They know that boy going to jail for a long time. He going to prison for a long time. That's what they waiting for. They waiting for the charges to reach where they want them to reach. And he going to prison for a long time. He definitely going to prison. It ain't gonna be too much more longer either. Yeah. Umar ain't got that much longer. They coming. Because they feel like he playing in their face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he going up under the jail. He dumb as hell. He's so stupid. He got mental problems. You can tell. Everybody thought he was smart, but really he had mental problems. And over the years, his mental problems got worse and worse and worse. If you look at him, you can see him. Dude got serious mental problems. Anybody else would be scared. Man, anybody with any kind of sense would be scared taking that money like that and not have nothing to show for it. Boy, look. Hey, Ice Rock. Ice Rock. There you go. I know dudes that used to hustle, right, and sell illegal substances. And the DEA now would just let them go. They would just let them go. It was clear they was sloppy. It was clear, like, bro, you don't think nobody don't see you? They just buying fancy cars and everything. It's like, bro. And then all of a sudden, bam, they get 20 to life. You be like, bro, you really went and bought a Bentley? You know what I'm saying? Right? You really went and bought a Bentley? Seriously? You really going to parties with mink coats on and whole bunch of jewelry with like no job and no legal income? Are you really? Bro. And then Umar talking that black stuff. They gonna embarrass him heavy. Not to mention his mom's social security. That's you know that boy dumb as hell. He's so slow. They locked Marcus Garvey up for that, but that was way back then. If it was today, Mark Garvey would do 50 years today. When they come for Umar, he ain't getting back out. He ain't getting back out. They don't want to just lock up Umar. They want to humiliate. They want to humiliate and disgrace Umar. They want to make sure it's so much money that he can't get out. Yeah, he's a con artist, a scammer is the same thing. That's the same thing. Scammer, con, because con artists do various cons and scams. But you can look and listen to Umar and see he got mental issues. All you gotta do is look at him, you can see something wrong with him. Some people like that, they got like exceptional powers over here. They got like exceptional, uh, uh, they can talk really well. They can rattle off stuff. Some of them people like that, they got a gift over here, and they stupid over there. So Umar got a gift over here, but he dumb as hell over there. Cause anybody know you gotta be hell. You gotta show where that money at. Duh, bruh. You think you could just keep collecting that money? You got no accounts receivable, no accounts payable, or nothing. You don't got nothing written down on where that money at. He just taking money and spending it as it come in. He not keeping a record or nothing. I'm telling you, he just taking that money in and he just buying food and getting hotels and going and doing lectures, taking that money and He just day by day. That man ain't got no record of not a dollar. Anybody in business could see he ain't he not monitoring that money like that. And he ain't spending a quarter on that school. He'll pay somebody to wax the floor, like do a little $90 jobs, $50 jobs, and show us the floors is done. The floors is done. I be tripping out. That shit be funny as hell. The floors is done, my people. The floors is done. The floors is done. It won't be long. It won't be long. 9 months later, the windows is done. It won't be long. 2 years later, we got new doors painted. They painted the doors. It won't be long. And that man do that every year. We open it in the spring. Spring come, we open it next spring for sure. I'll be like, hell. I'll be like, hell nah. Bro, you going to prison. And like, I know the FBI like, he's crazy. Like his crazy ass up. He's crazy as hell. You see the improvements he be showing? Y'all see them school improvement? The windows been washed. Family, the windows have been washed. We ready to get this going. Don't be nothing in there. Don't be no dents in there. Don't be nothing. It ain't nothing in that school. That no books, nothing. Nowhere to sit down. Nothing. There's nothing in the school. There's no teachers been hired. There's no teachers. There's nothing. And there's nothing in there. His daddy already told you crazy. That man crazy as hell. I'm just looking at him like, bro, you going to prison forever. I'm more amazed that he playing with the feds. I'll be like, are you playing with the feds like that? Anybody that got a non-for-profit or something like that know what that paperwork say. You know what I'm saying? If they know what that paperwork say. Those of us in business, we know what that paperwork say. And it say sign this and don't, if you perjure yourself, like that paperwork be serious. That business paperwork or that non-for-profit paperwork is not no joke. Listen, man, it's no joke. He just signing stuff. But it say right there, we'll lock you up and throw the key away. That man crazy as hell. It's gonna happen like a thief in the night. You're just gonna get up one day and he's gonna be all over the internet in handcuffs. That's how the feds work. It ain't gonna be like dun, 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 the feds come get him. It's gonna be like he just doing it. He just get away with it. And then bam, it's gonna be like the feds got him. It's gonna be like that's how they work. It's gonna be like bam out of nowhere. It's gonna be all over the internet. Umar arrested. And the Fed's model is we got all the time in the world because people don't know when. That's why I say, he don't know nothing about the Feds. The Feds is real patient. Real patient. They're like, meanwhile, they stacking paper. Even that YouTube guy, they got a YouTube guy that hate Umar, and he got all Umar's information on all his scams. Y'all know what I'm talking about? All the feds got to do is go to dude, and dude, they don't. Umar, dude gonna give them everything. Y'all, yeah, Lennon not crazy. Lennon not crazy. Lennon monetizing Umar. Lennon is smart. Lennon making money off of Umar being a scam artist. Lennon making legal money. Lennon getting a big ass YouTube check for a lot. He's smart. Lennon is monetized, right? So people like all he do is talk about Umar. You know what kind of check he getting? You know what kind of YouTube content creators get a check every like 22nd of every month. You know what you know what that money be like for Lennon? You know how much he getting every month? Man, Lennon getting probably 15,000, 20,000 a month, easy, maybe more than that, easy. Don't let Lennon fool you. Lennon is smart, okay? Don't let Lennon fool you. You think Lennon just sit? That's Lennon's job. I bet you Lennon ain't got no job. He don't need one. Man, y'all don't be understand. YouTube is a job. If you put the work in YouTube, it's gonna pay your car note, your mortgage, everything. If I sell out, I can make way more money. I'm just stubborn. But I can make way more money. All I gotta do is do the gossip. But I'm hard headed. I won't do the gossip. See, I only got 71 people to show. But if I did the gossip, oh, it'd be popping. Boy, it'd be popping if I did the gossip. Oh my God. It would be popping. I'm gonna show you what I could do right now. I'm gonna show you where the money at. I'm gonna show you where the money at. Uh, Nolan Wells. I'm supposed to still be talking about Nolan 100,000 times. That's a bag. If I talk about Nolan 1,000 times, I need to be talking about Aunt Hefe right now because he got beat up allegedly. I'm gonna show you where the money's at. I don't do it, but I could. Floyd Mayweather right now. That's a bag. That's a good bag. Oh, I definitely should have talked about Lindsey Graham. That's a bag. Jay Z's show in New York. That's a bag. That's easily 10,000 views. Easy. All I would have to do is do it that as soon as this show was over. You know, you can't wait like this long. It's a way you got to do it. You got to talk about it when it's fresh, like the news. You got to be just like the news. I could be really talking about Iran right now more, for sure. I could have did at least 3 to 5 Jay Z. That would do good. But that's how you make the money. I can show you everything make the money. I'm just stubborn. I really need to be talking about NBA YoungBoy right now. I'm losing money with that one. That'd be some good money right now. NBA young boy, of course. And that's how you get money. You just get all those people and then you just, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I definitely need to do about 10 videos. I definitely need to do 10 videos on the Haitians. I'm losing a lot of money with the Haitians. I'm supposed to be the Haitians, the Haitians. I'm supposed to get up 8 in the morning, the Haitians, da da da. Then about 11, the Haitians, da da da. Then like about 3, the Haitians. You know? Then at about 6, the Haitians again. I get paid. That's why I can't believe I don't be getting no I don't be getting no contributions. I be real as hell. I be the only one don't be scamming everybody. Because I'm not supposed to do no 2, 3 hours. See, this is an hour and a half. I'm supposed to be already did another video. I should have been into this and then do another one and been into it and then do another one. But I don't like scamming y'all. I don't want to scam y'all and just take y'all money. I ain't, some of these other ones. I ain't gonna say names. Connie Wayne gonna get money because he already famous though, so that's different. Yeah, he already famous. But that's how they get money. Just da 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 da. You get up early in the morning and you go and you drop at least 2 videos an hour, maybe 3 every 2 hours, maybe one an hour. That'd be good enough. Even if you do one every hour and a half, you'll make some good money. But you got to be a gossiper. You got to gossip. I got toxic masculinity. I don't even gossip. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I'm gonna do anything, I just go get a job. If I'm gonna be just a sucker ass nigga and just do anything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can have panels and shit like that. I mean, it depends on what kind of person you are, what you're willing to do, and what you're not willing to do. And me, it's just certain things I just don't like doing. Just certain things I just don't like doing. It's just to me, it's like selling myself out. It's like anything for money. If I was gonna do anything for money, I could just chop up some C or some H then. Shit, that's the case. I could be getting money. If I ain't got I just can't do that. I just can't do that. But I support people that do that though. I support them. They just chasing the bag. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? The audience is they wanna they like microwave and stuff like that. I understand that too. They get a lot of clicks because you can just find out what's going on real quick and move on. But it's certain subjects I don't cover them, so I don't want to just be reporting subjects that don't interest me just to make some money. That's just not my thing. But I support anybody to do that. Do your thing. So that's that. Y'all stay positive. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it real. And you won't have to worry about telling or nobody telling if you just stay away from crimes. Once again, shout out to CSP Clips. Much love to you, brother. You're doing a really good job. You know what I'm saying? And y'all stay positive all the time.